Hello everybody, I hope you're doing well. We are back for another Hunt Showdown update. They announced the new event, Garden of the Witch, and some new updates. And if I would put a title on this video, it would be Old Habits Die Hard. And I'm gonna explain to you why, because the bigger enemy for Crytek is itself, and we will see why. I was very confident. I was positive about the previous announcement update on the developer's insight about update 2.3 and the direction of the game going forward. I was quite positive of the changes and the direction of the game and the things that they're going to focus on. And they looked good, and I agree the game has issues that needs to be fixed first. And then what I see in these new update changes, I'm a bit worried now. I've lost a bit of my faith if Crytek can deliver on their promises. Let's see the update, and I will explain what I mean. So we have the new event coming soon. Okay, Garden of the Witch. This is some lore stuff about the new event. I don't care much about these ones. You can read the patch notes on Steam if you want to see about the lore stuff. So let's get to the important stuff. We have about Garden of the Witch. Players will earn event points and pledge marks like in previous events. However, instead of WoW pledging a hunter to a pact or troop, Garden of the Witch brings 3 event exclusive sealed trade rewards which have been selected from past events. Okay, so we have the usual way they do events. You have some new pact traits that you can use, and these ones are from previous events. We don't have anything new. We have adjusted from what we will see traits from previous events. The following traits will be exclusive to Garden of the Witch. So we have Blademancer. Blademancer is coming back. We expected that. The thing is, a lot of things in this new update and new changes are vague. We don't know exactly how they will work and the numbers. We will see when it comes out. Blademancer, I liked it in general, but I think it should be brought back as a quality of life because the game is buggy and clunky, and many times you lose your throwing knives or your balls and arrows to the environment. They are bugged, you cannot pick them up a lot of the time. So it shouldn't be needed, but because the game it is what it is, it's good to have it, I think. But I am worried how it will work. I think it should have a small range, like 5-10 meters, so it can work as a quality of life and no pull-out damage. So people can pick up easier their bolts and their throwables and not make it impact the gameplay and the balance much. Next, Corpse Seer. Receive a dark sight when looting hunters even without a bounty token. Okay, it's a usual trait from before, from the past event. You get dark sight. It's good. I think it's a balanced trait. I didn't use it that much because what was the name of the trait that lowered your crosshair? I forget. Anyway, everyone was picking that one. And then we have Gunrunner. Gunrunner is back. Okay, I don't know what to think about this one. Allow your hunter to equip 2 large guns at the same time. Yeah, I mean, you can have fun with this trait, okay? It's gonna be fun to use and do some quirky things, but about the balance of the game, no. People that are good at the game, that have a lot of money, that are good players, are certainly going to abuse this. They're going to bring the best weapons, and good luck with the matchmaking. Let's move forward. Garden of the Witch also introduces rare supply points to Hunt Showdown 1996, which will appear in addition to normal supply points. At rare supply points, hunters will find rare rewards, such as one of the event-exclusive sealed traits, a sealed cash register, and all types of sealed envelopes that can be unsealed in exchange for pledge marks. We have the usual with the pledge marks and the exclusive traits and all that, but the thing is, they're not going to change the regular supply points and make them rare. We're still gonna have the regular, from what I see, normal supply points, but plus the rare. We have to see how many will be there. And it's what I said, everything is a bit vague about how they will be implemented in the game, so we will have to see. Update 2.3. Based on our commitment to refining the game's core experience and listening to player feedback, we are focusing on quality of life improvements, bug fixing, and performance throughout 2025. Okay, what would they said before, the same stuff. Ahead of update 2.3, we rolled back and adjusted several changes done in the past year. Yes, because you are making stupid changes a lot of the times and you are not making meaningful changes to correct the balance of the game. Anyway, This included balancing traits such as light foots, silent crowds, the bear traps damage, and stack projectile mechanics. I've talked about all these changes in my previous video I made about the Developers Insight Update 2.3, so you can check that to see my opinions about these changes. We've also addressed community-reported issues such as concertina wire damage through floors. If it works, we will see if these things work, because hanging chains blocking attacks, lingering poison effects, and UI bugs. Performance, stability, and quality of life features for our players remain our top priority, each with their own planned improvements throughout 2025. A lot more fixes and tweaks are upcoming along with bigger changes. Yes. We will see if you deliver. Now, update 2.3, exciting new changes including Recruitment Revamp. New hunters now come with 10 upgrade points to freely spend on unlocked traits, offering greater customization options from the get-go. Now you're gonna have for every hunter a fixed 10 upgrade points whenever you recruit the hunter. It's not gonna be random. I think it was random before. Sometimes you got a random trait and a random number of upgrade points. So sometimes I ended up having like 8 points and 1 trait. Sometimes I end up having like 15 points. It was not balanced. This will be fixed. Before there was randomness, now it's gonna be fixed so you can plan ahead. I think it's a good change in general. Trait adjustment. Poltergeist and Blast Sense return as regular traits, with Blast Sense now detecting silent shots. Poltergeist, I think that was the one that you open doors and all that stuff. That can be funny. Okay, it was a funny trait, that one. And I can see if you play stealth, it can be viable in some situations. It's gonna be a gimmicky trait, this one. Now, Blast Sense, detecting silent shots. I get it, why this is happening, and it's gonna make this trait much more meaningful now, because there are a lot of silent weapons going around. But I don't think this is a good way of balancing the silent weapon problems in the game, especially the crack silencer weapon. And we are going to talk about it more on the stealth adjustment section. I dislike, in general, in FPS and in general in games, X-ray vision of any kind. I dislike. I don't have a problem with the dark side in this game because it works and it helps with camping and the way that mechanically the game is set up. I don't have the problem with the dark side. But having more ways to find the location of a person, yes, it fixes a bit the camping problem, but I get it, but I don't like, in general, X-ray visions in shooters. This change is definitely going to make a blast sense more relevant now. New compounds for Bounty class. Ardent Paris and Darrow Livestock join the pool of possible Bounty class compounds alongside the refined spawn points and item locations. Good, more locations and more refinement on the mode. That is a good thing. Now, gameplay tweaks. Seer's use has been improved and Dark Dynamite satchels can now be disabled and picked up. Okay, Dark Dynamite satchels, they announced it in the Developers Insight. They're going to make them pickable. You are going to be able to pick them up, so okay. Now, Seer's use has been improved. What do they mean? In what way? The animation? Is it they're going to be faster? Again, they're pretty vague about what will happen, so we will have to see this improvement. Bounty class tweaks. Okay, this one. Following community feedback, the number of teams has been reduced to 4 in order to ease the pressure at the start of the class. The nighttime time of day has also been removed from bounty class missions to ensure better gameplay flow. From what I've seen, most people didn't like the last change, having less people on the bounty class mode, and I don't think this is a good change, having fewer teams on the match. Because of the matchmaking, how it's gonna work, I don't know. I think from what I've seen in the forums, most people don't like this. I don't know where they saw this feedback coming from, but the nighttime time of day ensure better gameplay flow. I don't get this. Most people like nighttime. It's something different. It's variety. What is the problem with the nighttime? I don't get it. Let's move. Stealth adjustments. Now this is the problem here. One of the main issues I will talk about. Stealth mechanics have been rebalanced to better reflect their value. Silenced weapons now suffer a 10% damaging decrease, and throwable melee weapons have been adjusted to emphasize specialization. Again, pretty vague about what is going to happen, aside from the 10% damage decrease. Now, stealth mechanics have been rebalanced to better reflect their value. Are they going to put something more? Are they going to implement more changes? Or just the damage decrease? And this is one of the things about the whole category nerfing silence weapons in general. I don't like about how Crytek manages the balancing in the game. It's like they don't understand what balance means. The biggest issue with silence weapons now was Krag Silencer. That thing shouldn't be in the game. Instead of nerfing specifically the Krag, because the bigger issue, they go and nerf the whole category of silent weapons. With a 10%, okay, it's a percentage, of course, it's not gonna be the same for every weapon, but still, it doesn't change the status quo of the silence weapons. People that played silence weapon and picked Krag are still going to pick Krag, because the nerf is universal to the category, so the status quo doesn't change. That is not balancing. I don't understand. Balancing means making all the weapons relevant with each other while also having their own unique things for people to have interest in playing them. This thing doesn't change anything. It nerfs silent weapons in general. But we are still going to see Krag Silencer with this one. That thing is not going to change. You are still going to get two-shot by a Krag Silencer. Of course, there are headshots, okay? And let's see. So these are silence weapons. Instead of nerfing this problem right here, this thing, they nerf everyone. So it stays the same. If you're gonna pick a silence weapon and you want to raise your chances of winning, you're going to pick the Krag. That doesn't change. You just nerf, in general, you make the silent weapons less attractive from the non-silence one, okay? But this doesn't change. Still, the Krag has less recoil than all the other silence weapons. Even the pistol, the Nagant, has 4 recoil, this one has 3. Instead of fixing this problem, they make a general fix that doesn't fix the balance of the game, and in the long run will make things worse. It will bring more problems in the future, I think. And that is the problem. Instead of focusing and making individual changes so the game is correctly balanced, they make general band-aid changes like this. And it's like many people say, 1 step forward, 2 steps back. This gives me less faith that they're going to deliver, and that is what I said in my previous video, that okay, I like the direction and the thought process and the philosophy they are going forward now about fixing the game, but I'm worried because of their history of not delivering, and instead of many times fixing something, they make it worse. This is what it looks like to me, this change. Okay, you want to nerf the silence weapons, and because the biggest issue was this one, the Krag, you nerf all the category without changing the value of the Krag between the other silent weapons. Now, of course, we will see next that the Maynard and Martini Henley also getting the benefit of the fast finger straight. We will see more Maynard silencer now with Dum Dum Mamo and fast fingers. From now on, you will see mainly a Krag, of course, like now, and Maynard. The rest, unless you want to play something different, yeah. This is my problem. Instead of making proper fixes, going on the details and make a healthy game with a good balancing, they make general fixes like this, and the result many times is the opposite. Okay, I ranted a lot about this one. Let's move. Gunplay Changes reflecting community feedback. Okay, the bolt thrower now works with bomb lance and bomb launcher. We talked about it in my previous video. Again, with the fast fingers on Martini and Maynard, and of course some new weapon variants. More silence weapons, yeah. It's like they don't have any creativity. Let's make a new weapon. Let's introduce some new variants. So what do we introduce? Let's bring another silencer. I mean, what? In the end, like in a few years, if the game is still here, every weapon is gonna have a silence variant. Anyway, and Obre's match and Obre's Sarpai. Looking ahead, update 2.3 and Garden of the Witch kick off a year dedicating to listening to the Hunt Showdown 1896 community. Yes, I think they are listening more, but the delivery is what worries me. And delivering meaningful improvements. We're excited to hear your feedback and Gurans and all that. Anyway, I was pretty positive on my previous video about 2.3 in general, but when it comes to delivering from what I see here, it seems that they cannot get out of their old self. Of course, we will see. We don't have numbers about how many of these changes will work and how they will exactly be implemented in the game. We will have to see. These are my thoughts about the new changes. Tell me in the comments below, what do you think about all this? What are your thoughts on the stealth changes and the direction of the game? I hope you enjoy the video. I wish you a nice day, and I will see you on the next one.